Hey guys, Jeffrey's here and welcome to That's right guys, we are back here in the North City, and before we actually get started with the episode, I want to talk to you a little bit about graphics. Not an exciting topic admittedly, but it's something that a couple of you guys have picked up on over the last 2 or 3 weeks, and it's something which I've noticed for a little while now, but I've sort of been trying to subtly change it, but it hasn't really worked, and it's gotten to the point now where you guys have noticed it, so I feel it's best that I actually address it now. This game, especially when I'm moving around like this game can get quite blurry. When I'm actually playing the game, it's crystal clear. On my monitor, it's absolutely 100% crystal clear. So I'm not quite understanding how it can go from being crystal clear for me to really blurry and hazy for when you guys watch it. The only thing I can think of is it's either my editing software or it's YouTube. Now, when I edit my videos, I do like plug and play. So I get all the files, all the video files, put them into my editing software, and I don't doctor it in any way. I don't make changes or anything like that. I literally just put them in, maybe do a few intros and outros, kind of thing, like fade in, fade out, put the music on if I'm doing a time lapse, put the commentary on if I'm not doing a time lapse, and then just save it and render it. I render all my videos at 1080. So they should, in theory, come out nice and crisp and clear at 1080. Doesn't seem to be working though. And I really am scratching my head trying to work out what exactly is going wrong with this. Because, as I said, on my screen, it's crystal clear. This game is so vivid in terms of its graphics. Considering it's, is it about 3 years old now, this game? 2-3 years old? And yet, it's so precise as you go around the streets. You can see individual people doing individual things. That guy there, for example, has a walking stick. This woman here has a little bag full of shopping, or she's going to the nightclub, and she's a pensioner. So we'll ask no questions. Even little things like the indicator lights on the trams, they're so sharp. Even from a distance, you can pretty much see everything that's going on. But to try and help matters, I have edited the settings on OBS, which is what I use to record my videos, and I have edited some settings in the game, just to try and clear things up and make them a little bit crisper and sharper for you guys when you're watching. I will try and limit rapid movement as well, just in case that's one of the issues. I can't see why it would be, but you never know with these things, it's fault finding. So I need you guys to give me feedback as to whether or not the clarity of the videos has gotten better. I can only apologise for the fact that the quality is a bit hit and miss at the moment. As I said, it's something that I've noticed for a while, and I've been trying to work on sort of secretly over the last few weeks, and it's clearly not been working as I want it to. So now's the time to actually address it and say, yes, I'm aware of it. It annoys me just as much as it annoys you, believe me. So hopefully we can find a fix. Now, something else which I need to fix is actually in-game, and that's these constant queues of vehicles, and it's all because, pretty much it's all because of this little junction here, Empire Street. Traffic density is 133%, and it is literally because this vehicle here needs to cross over to this lane, and this vehicle here needs to cross over to this lane. Now, I said at the time that I built it that it would work, and at the time that I built it, it did work, and then for some reason, slowly over time, it's decided that it no longer wants to work. Actually, that trolley doesn't even need to cross over anymore, because I rebuilt this bit, so it actually goes around this loop instead. Which makes it all the more frustrating, because it's basically, each tram is holding itself up. So if you follow this round, it ends up clogging itself again. And some of the trolleys are a little bit long, which is part of the reason, but it's not the whole reason. It's not the whole reason. It is basically that one junction. Well, the more I look at it, the more I think the trolleys are slightly to blame. But anyway, the simple solution I have to do for this is shut a trolley line or a tram line, open it up again, and it kind of ekes itself out over time. That's the simple solution. However, as simple as it sounds, it's not, because as you can see here, all of these trams now are out of the depot. They're all stuck on these tracks here, and that causes chaos. It really does, because you end up with like 6 trams for one line, or queuing up to use the stop, and it's alright for the first time round, but the second time round you then end up with the first tram waits for ages, the second tram has to wait behind it, and then the third tram, the fourth tram, and it ends up being a massive chock of trams. And the tram depot system here is something that I want to work on today in this episode. It was always going to be what I was going to do in today's episode, getting ready for rebuilding the bus network for Saturday's episode. But for now we need to rebuild, not rebuild, just add on to this existing infrastructure here. So the way I'm going to do it is by building a brand new depot somewhere. Let's try and build it here if I can. That's not going to work. Will it fit here? It will, but then the track's in the way. Maybe I'll build it over here, next to the trolley depot. Nope, it's not the button I want to press. That's weird how that one doesn't line up. Tell you what, let's do this first. Now it should line up where I want it to. There we go. So I'm going to put it about there. Now we're going to build these new tracks, and we're going to connect it to the existing infrastructure. So we're not looking to replace anything, we're looking to add to. So here, for example, you can see where these tracks link up. That's kind of where I want this to end up going as well. So the simplest way of doing that is to not do that, because that's stupid. We need to go lower than that. We need to go to about there. So that's 6 slots underground, 24 meters underground, which is actually quite a long way if you think about it. This one then can come back up, because this one's just going to loop round and join. In fact, we could join that one up a little bit earlier. See if I can join that sort of under here, like so. That one's fine. The outwards one is fine. It's the inwards one that's going to be difficult. So we actually need to can we do it like this? I think we can get away with this, which would be very nice. But that is pretty much spot on for how I want it. That's very good. Fair enough. Okay, so that's that done. What we now need to do is pick some lines to reallocate. So I believe we have, is it 15 tram lines? Yes. We currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we actually have 14 running from these depots. Let's say it's 15, for the sake of argument, because then we can do 5 from each, and then whichever's left. So let's have a look. Route 1. We want to change. Why do not let me? I hate it when it does this. It's not letting me put the stop at the depot at the end. In fact, what's it saying? Oh, there's no available route, isn't there? Okay, right, hang on. Gonna have to do some rejigging. But I might be able to get away with this. if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like so, and that can come under there, and connect up like that. Now it should work. Why does it keep telling me there's no available room? There has to be. I cannot believe for 1 second that there isn't an available room. Not for 1 second. Where does it come from? This one here. Route 1, yeah. So you're telling me it can't go into this middle bit here, along here, round here, down here, turn right here, along this. Fixed it. Now it should work. That's embarrassing. I hate doing that. That's really annoying. I need to turn off that. So that should now. Yep, that's officially rerouted. Cool. Route 2 will do the same thing. So actually that second spur that I've built, I don't need. Just get rid of that. I think it's going to be a lot cleaner if they all just come off the outside track. Keeps the inside and the outside apart. Also means they're only running to the ones that they're supposed to run to. So there we go, route 2. Route 3. Let's close it. And route 4. Close it first. This actually gives us even bigger control over what vehicles we have running to and from these depots, and what vehicles run on what lines. And we can use a very clever strategy for seeing which ones should be running where. I'm going to sort that out in a second, because the next thing we need to do, well, route 6 obviously we haven't got. Route 14, I'm going to reroute, if you pardon the pun, to this depot here, like so. Get rid of that. And then, so again, 6 doesn't go from this one, but 8 and 9 can move over. Like that. And maybe 10 as well. As well? Yes. And then actually I think that creates... I need to look at that. Have I miscounted? Or have I... Yeah, I think I've miscounted. Looking at it, I think I've miscounted. So this has... Yeah, this has 4 routes. And then this one has 5. And then this one has 5. So these remaining routes, 5, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, which is already shut, and 15, they're all going to close for now. They will reopen, just not yet. Let's get rid of that little spur there as well. Because what I need to do now is take a look at Gloucester Gardens itself. Now, first of all, Route 5 is very, very busy, but that's a false positive, that is, because after, say, 2 trams worth of passenger movement, hardly any people will be waiting there, so we're going to ignore that for now. This area could do with some rebuilding, and I'm actually going to do a little bit of prep for, let's see if I can actually do what I wanted to do. A little bit of prep for Saturday's episode. Come on, let me build where I wanted to build. It's really annoying. I literally just wanted to put it there. Maybe up a bit, because then I can actually build this. Yeah, there. Now it's on the level terra firma. Okay. So that's something else I wanted to do today, was not rebuild Gloucester Gardens, but again adapt it, ready for Saturday's episode, which is going to be action packed, as I'm sure you can tell just by watching this. I'm actually going to fit in what I want to fit in. starting to think the answer to that might be no. Well, I can put one there, that's cool. Put one here, yeah, here, yeah. I need to put a couple more in still. So, one there, and then this one, like that. Just make sure these actually go where I want them to go that. Placing one of these. Aha! First obstacle. That's easily fixable then. So I have to put it like that, and then from there, put it like that. And there you go. Problem solved. Just like so. Now the next issue is, can I get the have to rebuild all these. Luckily, like I said, trams aren't running at the moment, so we can actually afford to take most of these roads apart and rebuild. And it's telling me already there's not enough space. There's enough space for that one right there, and that one there, and this one. These ones should all be fine. The only one I was worried about was the one with the steep hill, and as you saw, we managed to conquer it. So now it's just a question of why is this one not going to work? Now I have a feeling the answer is because of the tunnel, which creates a problem. Now with the tunnel, I could have gone over, but as you can see, the land itself actually slopes down. So the tunnel made sense. The problem now is getting back up, because you have to build it over it. You can't build. Oh, there you go. Huh, I did it by accident. I was going to say, you can't build through a tunnel, you have to build over it, which is what I was struggling with there. But as you can see, I've now fixed the problem. So, it's good to see that we got that one out there. Right. I actually built that on which I didn't need to. This one as well I can redo. These trolleys are actually getting stuck on themselves now. That's ridiculous. I'm definitely going to have to look at that. That's bad. Or are they just, oh, they might have just been held up actually by pedestrian movement. That's not so bad. Right, this one I need to change to this one. Like that. And then this side goes there, and then this side goes there and there. Okay. So this street I can actually make one way, which will make tunnel construction a little bit easier. To there. So see, I can make that one way, and then from here it goes either into that lane, or into that lane. That lane goes there, this lane then branches off. Again, I mean, Gloucester Gardens isn't pretty. It is by no means the prettiest place I've built, don't get me wrong. I love it, it's such a nice place, it's very, very practical. It's just not very good to look at for long periods of time. But that's fine, because like I said, it's practical. And it is one of the most practical builds I've ever created on this game. So, overall, I can't really complain. Like I said, I enjoy it. It's a nice build. I've done this right actually. I should have done this as a two-way. That I can leave as pedestrian path. Well, it looks a bit weird. Right, again, practical. This I need to have as a two-lane, one-way street. Try saying that in the tipsy. So there you go. All the way along like this, like that. Across here like this, and then there, like that. Now this conclusion bit, I'm a bit stuck at. Basically what I need to do is sort of like this. So that there is my target for this end. But it's really, oops, it's a real mismatch trying to get it in the exact spot that I want. That'll have to do. And then it's just building this on, like so. Now I've got to add all the tracks back here. So this is depot return, if I'm not mistaken. Oh wait, hang on. The centre one is depot return. That is departures. Might need to do some jigging around with this off camera. Let's actually connect all these up first. Right, that one's right. Okay. Yeah, I can jig around with this off camera. We're nearly at the end of this episode anyway, guys. You can see the basic idea. I'm going to fix it off camera, and then in Saturday's episode you'll see it a little bit more in action. That's a weird jiggly bit there as well. Oh well. Right. Keep this bit going up like this. And connect that up like that. Okay, guys. So that's basically it for today. You can see what we've been working on. You can see what we've been trying to do, trying to achieve. Hopefully it does work. If it doesn't, then I don't know. I've got a couple of ideas as to how to get these lines into the opposite sides, which I'm going to do literally as soon as I finish recording this episode. That doesn't look right. I might need to change that. That certainly doesn't look right. Let me change that. There we go. Might put something over the top of that. Anyway, like I said, end of today's episode, guys. So, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And until next time, I will see you soon.